said you want a bad one. Well, baby, I'm as bad as they come. Said you want a hot one. Yeah, you with the hottest under the sun. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your words. If I'm more than what you bargain for. Fun to flirt, but promise to deliver. Much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You said you want a real one. Well, it don't get no realer than the realest one. Baby, can you handle it? If you really want it, better come get you some. But be careful what you wish for. Make you eat your word. If I'm more than what you bargained for. One dessert, but you ain't finished dinner. Much is required. Cause look at what I'm giving you. You ain't really ready for real. You ain't even ready for real. You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real. No, you'll never miss a good thing until it's gone. Oh, baby, you know you're wrong.
All right, now.
We
got last call in the house.
But baby, I
We
know
got Kevin
that's
Thomas in the
cat.
house.
I see
Marie in the house. Peggy Roster in the house. All right,
If
now.
you ain't really ready for real,
Alice Angel in the house.
you ain't even ready
Start
for
very
real.
soon.
You ain't really ready. Won't be faithful to someone ungrateful. I can't try to make you if you ain't you. You ain't really ready for real.
Hello, everybody in the chat room. We're going to be starting very soon. Thank you for coming through. We got Marie in the house, Kevin Thomas. We got my man GA in the house. That's Brother Frazier. Good to see you over here, brother, tonight. I appreciate all of you that's here. What's up, last call? Peggy Roster in the house. I see you. Alice Angel in the house. Drummers, I see you. Kush Drummer, I see you in the house. That's right.
Tell the truth.
That's right. Let's tell the truth, everybody. What's going on, everybody? Peace and respect to everybody in the chat room. Thank you for being here. Let me know if you can hear my mic, if you can hear me just well through the microphone. I'm using a different mic tonight by putting sevens in the chat room. I want to get into this right now. I do have 2 news clips to show you, but I also want to give you a timeline of this situation. I don't know how many of you have heard about this. It's been on, I think it's been on the YouTube streets today. Red Supreme was talking about it. I was over on his channel, had a few choice words to say because we know on YouTube over the years there have been certain sectors of YouTube where you've had women, in particular black women, who have been a part of this thing we call divester community, meaning these are women who feel that they don't want to engage with black men any longer, have even said outrageous things such as delete black babies, go to the white man. A white man's ice is colder than a black man's ice. That the white man is better than a black man. That the white man's going to treat you so much better, so much good. The hell with black men, because, you know, black men are the most abusive to their families and what have you, which is not necessarily completely true. I've got FBI statistics. You know, I was going to come with the data tonight, and I got other stats that I'm going to present to you because I feel for my show, I can't do a show where I'm just talking and I don't give you facts to back up my talk, see, because that solidifies the truth.
Tell the truth.
You see? So I've got a lot of things that I'm going to pull up, that I'm going to read off to you, things that you need to know, that we need to be completely understanding of. Another thing, I have done several videos on this channel, one video in particular in which I talked about black women going missing, as well as black children, black men, and how when we go missing in America, nobody really gives a damn. We all saw how Gabby Patel, when she went missing because her boyfriend Laundry deleted her, that everybody went buck wild all over social media, as well as in the mainstream media, beating the drum until they found out exactly what had happened to her. When black women go missing in high numbers, nobody gives a damn. And this is the key for those of you out there who are into the divestment, meaning I'm not talking to all black women. I'm talking about those black women who feel that the white man's ice is colder, that's better, that you will say out of your mouth on social media, TikTok or YouTube, that black men do not give black women protection. And I want to say, for those of you that are divestors, are white men giving you protection when you go missing? Are they out there looking for you? Are white men out there protecting you in the community when something happens to you? This is what I would say to the divestors who say delete black. I'm saying this because it's outrageous to say let's delete black babies. Let's no more black men, or black men are beasts or monsters, and you feed into the stereotypes, and you also feed into what the media has been putting out there about us for so many years. But then you say, let's go over and divest. Let's go over to white men. Now, I know some of you are going to say, oh, black men divest or black men marry outside their race. Yeah, that's true. But guess what? When black men marry, 9 out of 10 times we marry black women. And I'm going to repeat what was said today because I know it's the truth. Some of those black men that may date out of their race in some general way, some of you didn't want that man anyway. He was too corny. He wasn't hip enough. He wasn't masculine enough for you. He didn't turn you on. He didn't make you wet in between. And so he went. I hear a lot of sisters saying sometimes that they should go where they are celebrated. Well, you've have some black men that you've called lames, that they've gone to where they are celebrated too. But at the end of the day, the grass is not greener on the other side, both for black men or black women, because you know what goes down in this society. We don't get a fair shake. we get stereotyped. And as much as you holler about, well, black men need to give us protection, what about those black men in Harlem, New York, when you had a black woman that went into a liquor store and she was assaulted by 3 black men, bitten in the ear or bitten in the face, and you had black men that came out in the hundreds in Harlem, New York, up and down the blocks, looking and demanding justice for the sister, what have you. Have you ever seen 100 or 1,000 white men? This is for the divestors out there. This is not for sisters who appreciate brothers and give us respect and ain't ragging us, taking us through the town. Have you ever seen 100 or thousands of white men in their communities marching? Are there any white men marching in Milwaukee, Wisconsin tonight about what this man right here did to her, this Maxwell Anderson character? Oh, I'm going to talk about it tonight. This Maxwell Anderson, which I call a caveman,
tell the truth,
is the one who mutilated this beautiful sister right here. Now, we know to each his own that people should be able to love who they want to love, but I'm saying that what happens, what I notice, and this goes for women and men, is that when black people, black women, black men, sometimes when people divest from their community, they don't want to date their own race, or they have animus towards their own race, they jump over to the other race, and while they're with that other race, they're still talking about their race like a dog. Why do you do that? So this is the thing. For those black women on YouTube who believe in the divestment movement, if you simply don't want us, why do you need to keep talking about us?
tell the truth.
And if Chad or Yazani is so much better, why don't you do YouTube videos expressing when they take you out? Because we know if this was a black man, like this black man right here, we know if this was a black man who mutilated this woman's body on the first date. And if you can hear me, put 7s in the chat room. We know if a brother like this did harm to a black woman, you would have many of your divestors on the YouTube streets, on the TikToks, the Facebooks, saying, see, this is what black men do to us. But when I notice when a Chad, when a caveman does you in, you've got nothing to say about it. And when you are taken out of here by Chad, I don't see you hollering on your social media platforms and in communities saying, why are the Chads or the white men not giving us protection? When have they given you protection? As you demonize black men, you've got the caveman who on the first date does you in. Now, let me give you the timeline. And if you can hear my microphone and it's coming out clear, please, I got my man Underrated Darkness. Let's do this. Let me megaphone this. What's going on? We've got Underrated Darkness in the house. Make sure you check out his channel. Peggy Roster's in the house. Jill's Chocolate Boutique's in the house. Okay. Nikki 7715. Now, what I'm saying here, if this doesn't apply to you, then let it fly. I'm talking about the divestors who have spent their time on YouTube talking about black men like a dog and have nothing to say about when Chad takes your life. This man not only
He didn't just delete this woman, kill this black woman. He mutilated her on the first date.
Let's break it down. April 1st, a first date for Miss Robinson and Maxwell Anderson. At 4:15 p.m., Robinson sent text messages to a phone number later to determine to belong to Anderson's phone. That's the caveman you see on your screen right there. The two arranged to meet at Twister Fisherman's Restaurant at 12 at West Kane Street, at W. Kane Street for dinner. Anderson mentioned she also needed to pick up a W-2 form there since he used to work there. This man harmed her on a first date, took her life on a first date, took her life on a first date. Somehow she decides to go to his house. Big mistake. Ladies, a big mistake. You meet somebody on a first date as a woman, why are you going to a man's house on the first date? But even if she did that, at the end of the day, it was the monster that took her life. It was the monster who didn't show any discernment. It was the monster, Anderson, who not only he mutilated her body. We have body parts that they were looking for. This man engaged in arson, burning her car, Let's go back for some more details here. At 5:20 p.m., Robinson met Anderson at the restaurant. Share this damn video in your social media, Facebook, Twitter. Get more people over here. All you got to do, if you got a cellular phone, if you're watching me on cell phone, if you're watching me on your desktop, your iPhones, your laptops, is hit the area where it says share and share alike, and share it to your Facebook right now. Share it to your Twitter right now. Share it in your damn community tab right now if you're a YouTuber. And I truly thank you for watching. Make sure you like and comment on this video. Subscribe to this channel when you get a chance. At 5:20 p.m., Robinson met with Anderson at the restaurant, and two had food and drinks at the bar. Anderson arrived first and told a bartender he was here for a first date. This monster was there for a first date and takes his sister out. Now, they've arrested him, but check this out, everybody. Now, there was a rumor that he got bailed out, right? That was put out there. But check this out. They gave this monster bail, meaning now he's not out of jail. But the news was reporting that they put up some type of bail. It's a very high bail, but he shouldn't get any damn bail. Matter of fact, I don't know. Anybody in the chat room can tell me right now, do they have the death penalty? Tell the damn truth.
Tell the goddamn truth.
Do they have the death penalty in Milwaukee? Because in my opinion, I know it's in God's hands to do what's necessary, but this man mutilated her first date. So he arrived for the first time, told the bartender that he had a first date. Staff later repeated this to the investigators and confirmed that Anderson used to work at this particular fisherman's restaurant, it was called, right? At 6:30 p.m., the two leave the restaurant, ladies and gentlemen. They leave the restaurant in Robinson's car. This man doesn't even have his own vehicle. That's already a red flag. You just met this. May she rest in peace. I don't want to be unsensitive to what happened to her. But I'm telling this to the divestors out there who say, oh, black men are violent and evil. Wait till I give you these FBI statistics. Wait till you hear these FBI statistics, ladies and gentlemen. Get those damn likes up, if you don't mind. Robinson car at Duke's on Water, which was at 158 E Joanna Avenue, if I'm pronouncing that correct. While there, Robinson sent a text or a Snapchat to a friend. Look, I'm going to be honest with you, to the ladies out there, if you're going to date, you're going to meet strange guys, you're going to date, you should let family members know. If you got social media, use it to protect yourself. You should let people know, hey, I'm going out with this guy. His name is blah, 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 blah. If this is where we're going to be going. Have a trail, especially when you're meeting somebody that you don't know. This is with anybody. So she sends a message on Snapchat to a friend. The two leave, should I say. They leave the bar at 9. I say 9, and I say 9 again, 9:06.
Tell the truth.
PM. At 9:24 p.m., Robinson's phone is located, ladies and gentlemen. This is a complete shame what happened to this young lady. Robinson's phone is located in the area of Anderson's home on the 31 block of South 39th Street. Surveillance video show two human figures arriving at the house in the night. And let me tell you something right now, ladies and gentlemen. And thank you for being here. I see we've got let me do this. We got Patty's Kitchen and Garden and more in the house. Thank you for being here. So great to see you. Forcing for Reading, Sister Reading, Nikki 715. She said, this is horrible. Yes, it is horrible. Yes, it is horrible. The Defiant, it says this, always tell family and friends where you will be at. Give all contact information to loved ones. And you know what? You're telling the damn truth. You're telling the damn truth. You're telling it.
Tell the truth.
Let's go back and let's give you more details into this horrible, horrible situation. Now, here this sucker is in court, right, with his lawyers, trying to figure out how he can scramble himself out of the situation. Now, on April 2nd, that was just the first day I went through with you all, everybody. On April the 2nd, human remains are found at Robinson as Sade Robinson is reported missing. Now, what did I say about being reported missing? That if these Chads care so much about you black women, I'm talking about the black women who are into the divesting and saying that they don't want no black man and the white man's ice, or the white man is the best thing going. Well, once again, when you go missing, they don't give a damn about you. The very ones you tell us that you divesting to. Let me give you some numbers here. Startling disappearance of black women in the United States has come under the spotlight as more than 97,000 cases were reported in 2022. That's just a couple of years ago. Ain't nothing changed, y'all. Alone, according to data from the National Crime Information Center. See, over here on the Information Man Show, we give you the monologue, but we're going to give you some stats so that you don't walk away not knowing what's really going on. $97,000 cases were reported in 2022. According to data from the National Crime Information Center, this concern trend sheds light on a crisis disproportionately affecting the Black community, and particularly Black women. And I did a whole video breaking down the numbers and crunching everything out there for you. How many Black women go missing yearly, ladies and gentlemen? Let's give you the data. Those stats just hit real. Check this out. A professor of women's studies at the University of Ohio State. This was a study at Ohio State University. More than 546,000 people were reported missing in 2022. According to more than 271,000 women, the data shows nearly 98,000. Shit, I said 97,000 in the other, and it just went up a little bit more. 98,000 of those cases were Black women and girls. This was put out as of July 21st of 2023, just last year. So the numbers went up from 98,000. The data shows nearly 98,000 of those cases were Black women. So out of all the women that have gone missing in this country, 546,000 people were reported missing in 2022, all right, including more than 271,000 women, data show. But out of that portion, it went up another 1,000. You got 98,000 Black women that went missing, plus girls, going all the way back to July 2023. So when Black women go missing, it could be a variety of reasons. It could be them going out with a caveman like this. And Milwaukee has a horrible history as it relates to Black people. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, let me not freak you out here, but we're going to have to freak you out here. Remember Jeffrey Dahmer's. Jeffrey Dahmer, remember him? What was he doing in Milwaukee? The Milwaukee police knew this man was up to no good. Black people complained about the smell in his house. What was he doing? He was eating Black people.
Information is power.
Tell me I'm lying. Jeffrey Dahmer was eating Black people, and you had Black people in the community that was complaining about this man, the smells that were coming out of his house. The police knew that people had complained about him, and they didn't do anything until you had the one of his victims that was able to escape, that he tried to kill and eat. And we know that he left nasty things in his refrigerator. He left body parts in the refrigerator. This was in Milwaukee, where this monster is at as well, the Maxwell Anderson. Now, when you look at him, and I deal with these kind of guys, he's got that white supremacist look, the beard, the long hair. You got to wonder if him doing what he did to her on the first date was what he had planned to do anyway, because he might be of the white supremacist ilk. You see what I'm saying?
Information is power.
This might have been a premeditated situation in which he had planned to do something to a Black woman. And the thing is, where are all the Black women on the YouTube streets, the so-called divestors, to do a video where they examine this Chad, this caveman, where they speak the truth? And I want to know, why are you not screaming to the white man that you want to worship and you want to run to, because you don't want to be with the Black man, you want to demonize us? I'm talking to the Black women that are into divesting. Not all. I'm talking about the ones that's into that stuff while doing it, hating on us as Black men. Why don't you go run to them and say, where's our protection? Where's our protection, Daddy? Where's our protection, Zanny?
Tell the truth.
Because this situation didn't have anything to do with a black man harming a black woman. Do we have our problems in our community? Yes, we do. Milwaukee has been a long-standing problem for black people. They did a study at the University of UCLA, and I really want to make sure that you guys is everybody hearing my mic? Is everybody hearing things that I'm saying? Are you understanding the things that I'm saying? This is very important stuff here, y'all. Very important stuff that I'm breaking down tonight, because not a lot of people on these YouTube streets are going to give you the data to go along with the argument that they're making. They'll talk about it, but they don't give you the data. That's why I'm Information Man Show, damn it. And a new report from UCLA finds that K through 12 schools in Wisconsin suspend black high school students at a higher rate than anywhere else in the country. Milwaukee has been a problem for black people. What make you think they care about black people in Milwaukee, let alone care about this caveman you see in the corner here? What make you think they gonna care about a black woman that looks like this? Or a black woman that looks like this? Or a black woman that looks like this? No matter what colors you come in, brown, chocolate, cocoa butter, a pecan. Hell, I'm sounding like Umar Johnson right now. But you understand what I'm saying? It's no laughing matter. This place has been a problem for black people from the very beginning, all the way back to Jeffrey Dahmer's eating black people, and nobody gave a damn in this city. The police didn't give a damn. And I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say this. Don't tell me that this man you see on the screen, that this is his first rodeo. Who knows if he has taken the lives of other black women or other people? Because what this is psychopaths. He's a psychopath who takes a woman on a date and then takes her life on a date in the manner that he did, dismembering her body. K-12 schools in Wisconsin suspend black high school students at a higher rate than anywhere else in the country, and is second highest disparity in suspension rates between whites and black students in Milwaukee. The stats are biggest cities suspend black high school students at a rate nearly doubling the national average, ladies and gentlemen. Milwaukee has some of the same problems that you have in your Rust Belt cities, your Chicago's, Detroit, your Cleveland's, have similar historical problems when it comes to black people struggles. The same struggles are the same in Milwaukee. Some of the same problems, but not the same profile, mainly because it isn't well known for its large black population at all. But blacks make up 40% of the city. So the biggest black population that we have in the city of Milwaukee, in the state of Wisconsin is Milwaukee, where you have 40% of the city is where you have the majority of black people in this state called Wisconsin, the state of Wisconsin. Okay? Unless you're a black, check this out. Statistically, it is one of the worst places in the country for black Americans to reside, to live in. Here's a breakdown of how and why being black in this suspensions are just beginning. The state also has the largest achievement gaps between black and whites. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on with this. 4 out of 5 black children in Wisconsin live in the poverty rates, okay? Inadequate education, and can set up to the most vulnerable students for failure. They set you up for failure in Wisconsin. What I'm saying is that they don't give a damn about black folks in Wisconsin. They don't give a damn about you, black woman. No, they don't give a damn about you, black woman. So while those black women who preached that divesting, the leave black men alone, go away from black men, delete their babies, and preach this on your YouTube channels. The very Chads and Zannies that you go for, they don't care about you either, because they're not out there right now in Milwaukee marching for you. The only people out there in Milwaukee that's probably marching for you is mainly black folks. You might have a few sprinkle of other race of people out there. You may have a few sprinkle, but for the most part, there's no large numbers of Chads out there for you that's got your back. Oh, I got more stats for you, but let's go back into the timeline here. So on April 2nd, human remains were found of Miss Robinson because of this monster. That's this monster right here. Put them back up here. And I got to say something else, everybody, and please share this video. I feel dearly sorry for the mother. This is Miss Robinson's mother right here. She is dearly, obviously upset about what has happened to her daughter. You're going to see her in a video that I'm going to play. This podcast will not be going on all night, but I just wanted to get to the point because I'm really feel bad about what happened to her. But we have to keep this in mind. The grass is not always greener on the other side. You see, oh my God, I can't wait to get to what I'm going to tell y'all next. At 12:48, ladies and gentlemen, let's get at it right now. Wow. At 12, this is crazy, y'all. At 12:48 a.m., Robinson phone leaves Anderson home. It travels through Milwaukee downtown and the area of Robinson's apartment before continuing north. At 1:33 a.m., the phone travels to Pleasant Valley Park along the Milwaukee River. So they use the cell phone towers to be able to obviously connect and figure out where they were. Okay, at 1:35. Milwaukee River in the city of River West neighborhood. Anybody from Milwaukee, I'm sure you're familiar with this area. At 2 a.m., the phone leaves that area heading to, Warnmont Park, arriving at 12:45 a.m., ladies and gentlemen. At 2:53 a.m., look at all this creeping that's going on at 2:53 a.m., almost 3 o'clock in the morning. Surveillance cameras from the high school in the area shows a car heading towards the pump house at Warnmont Park. Warnmont Park. I believe I'm saying that correct. 3:02 a.m., surveillance cameras capture a human figure descending from the bluff to the beach level. That's why, let me show you this picture right here. This is why you had people, this is what they did. You had black people who went out here, people in the community that went out here on this beach, hoping to find remains because this man mutilated her body. At 4:31 a.m., the vehicle leaves Warnmont Park area. I hope I'm saying that correct. Minutes later, Robinson's phone loses battery powers, right? At 7:29 a.m., surveillance cameras capture a white male, which would be this white male right here. You see, obviously, the monster, the psychopath, this is a damn shame. Surveillance cameras captures a white male walking away from the car, fire burning in the parking lot on the 18th block of North. So he engaged in arson. Let me give you statistics of who engages in arson, since you got divestors out there who want to say, oh, divest from black men because black men are so violent and the white man is the best. Check this out. White men, these are FBI statistics. White men engaged, like this man did by putting her car on fire. They engage in arson at 70.8%, according to the FBI statistics, okay? Black men engage in arsoning behavior at 24.7%, but white men have it locked up, stock, barrel, and locked at 70.8%. They are the ones that engage in this type of behavior. Burning stuff up, burning parks, burning houses, burning bodies. FBI statistics, 70.8%. They engage in this behavior. Yet you want to say that black men, we're the violent ones in society. Crazy. So he sets a fire in the park lot on the 18th block of North 29th Street. A witness later tells law enforcement he saw the male exit the vehicle and lose lighter into, he tossed a lighter into it before walking away. So he tossed a lighter into the what? The car, her car, before walking away. The male was wearing a gray hoodie and a tan backpack. Now, having black men been demonized for wearing a hoodie, right? Haven't we been demonized? Oh, these black men who wear these hoodies, you gotta be aware of them, right? The white boy had a hoodie. Do they get demonized? Do they get stopped and fricks like we do? Didn't they have a program called Stop and Fricks in New York where they were stopping black men because they were looking for us to have the drugs and the alcohol and the weapons, but yet they found that most of the people in New York who had the drugs, the weapons, and all the other illegal things was the white guys. Tell
the truth.
And Mayor Adams has sort of implemented that program in a way, a sucker. All right, a Mayor Adams. A black man. Not everybody is everybody that has your skin ain't your kinfolk, folk. Like he's on some of that coonish type stuff, right? Let's get back at this. At 7:32 a.m., Milwaukee Fire Department respond to the fire. The vehicle is in 2020 Honda Civic belonging to Robinson. Clothing she was seen wearing April 1st. So he took her clothing off, right? He mutilated her body. It is found in a trunk along with remains of a cell phone. 8:35 a.m. video footage from a Milwaukee County Transit System bus shows Anderson in a gray hoodie with a tan backpack. They got his ass. Getting off a bus near his home, surveillance footage shows him arriving at the house at 8:43 a.m. Sometime in the morning, the city workers reported that it appeared someone used a car to ram open a gate to a service road leading to a pump house. Police later recovered a broken piece of vehicle that belonged to the Honda Civic at 5:29 p.m. Someone found a human leg. This monster right there that you see on the screen right there. This monster right here, not the sister, not her, that monster right there. He took her, this beautiful sister right here, he took her leg, dismembered her leg off. This fool that you see right there. Someone found a human leg appearing to belong to a black female at the Warmont Park. The leg was found about 2/3 of the way down a 100-foot bluff towards the shoreline and near a pump, which is why these folks here were looking for her on the shoreline. You're going to see that in the video that I'm going to show you to put a crescendo on tonight. More than a week later, primarily tested results would suggest the leg belonged to Miss Robinson, because this man mutilated her body. 9 p.m., a friend of Robinson reported her missing to Milwaukee police after she fails to return phone calls and show for work. You understand what I'm saying, y'all? April 3rd, police and sheriff's officers connect to look for Ms. Robinson, investigators investigating the human remains. Milwaukee police visit Robinson's apartment building and learn from staff that she was last seen April 1st. She told staff she was excited for a date with this fool right here you see right here. Excited for a date with this guy. Crazy. I mean, she had no idea that he probably was going to do this, but my thing is, ladies, don't go back to nobody's house that you just met. Let people know your whereabouts. And don't demonize black men and say that, oh, we do this when the white guys are doing it too. Matter of fact, they do it more than us. The majority of your serial killers are white men. Let me read this to you. Let me read this to you, everybody. This is very important. In addition, look, what is the most common race that engages in serial killing? Additional 82% of American serial killers were white. 15% were black. You hear what I'm saying? 82% of your serial killers are white males. 15% were black males. And 2.5% were Hispanic. 87% that operate alone, while 10% commit their crimes in pairs or groups. Some commit their crimes in specific geographical locations. Isn't that what he did? He put her in a specific geographical location out there, dismembering her out there near a beach somewhere. Isn't that what Jeffrey Dahmer was doing in Milwaukee as well? And Milwaukee has not been a good place for black people. Wasn't he dismembering bodies and putting body parts in his refrigerator, eating black people, cannibalism? While others travel widely. These are serial killers, y'all. Let me read this off to you. This is another stat that I want to read off to y'all. Very important stat tonight. Black women and girls go missing at higher rates in the United States. Last year, black women and girls made up approximately 18% of all missing person cases, despite accounting for about 7% of the population. According to data from the National Crime Information Center, United States Census Bureau, and that came out July 1st, 2023, just last year. Is everybody getting what I'm saying in the chat room? I know I haven't shouted anybody out because there's so much stuff I'm covering here. And I appreciate you all being here. Hit the like, share the video, let people know. If you're with me, if you're hearing the material, hit a 7 in the chat room. I appreciate you. I know I don't usually go live this time of the evening during the week, but this one was too important. Now, Robinson's friends say she last heard from Robinson when she sent a Snapchat. That was good that she did that, from Duke on Water, the night of April 1st when she had that date with this monster. After seeing news reports of Robinson being missing, another friend tells investigators that she tracks Robinson's location using the Life 360 app. The app reported Robinson was in Walmart Park at 4:30 a.m. on April the 2nd. This is terrible. April 4th, Maxwell Anderson is arrested, ladies and gentlemen, and his home is searched. At 1:16 p.m., law enforcement pulled over Anderson. This bastard right here pulled him over and arrested him and blocked him from getting into his home. He had a hoodie. He was found with a hoodie in his car, matching the hoodie of a suspect who witnesses said they saw. Okay. April 6th, more human remains is found. This one is why the mother is in a lot of pain, as anybody would be in pain losing their child to a monster like this. April 6th, more human remains were found. Milwaukee police canvassed the area of North 31st and West Street near where Robinson's car was found. Officers found a human foot that appears to match the leg found. Oh, my God. Other human flesh was also found in the area. The remains have not yet been identified, but they have identified it now, folks. What I want to do is I know I said a lot up here tonight. I've said some things that has probably gotten under people's skin tonight. Let me look at what you're saying in the chat room. This is really horrible stuff. Simone B., most of my family is there. Then you should know, my sister, better than I know. I read off some statistics about Milwaukee, how they have a lot of disparity in Milwaukee. They kick black kids out of school more than any other place in Milwaukee. The poverty level in Milwaukee is terrible. You got 40% of black people in the city of Milwaukee. Black people are treated like shit in Milwaukee. And I brought up the issue about Jeffrey Dahmer, because when he was eating black people, there were black people that told the police in Milwaukee that something's going on with this guy. Investigate. They didn't listen until it was too damn late. I believe, and I know you all probably believe, this dude right here that you see to the left of me, there's no way that anybody can tell me that this dude probably ain't done other crimes that they just have not caught him on. And then I got to look at this sister and I got to say, looking at her like, she's not here because of this man. But then I have to say, man, what if she had just decided to say, you know what? I'm not going to mess with this dude. What if she had just, got with a brother? What was it about this dude that she found? I mean, he looks raggedy, y'all. What was it about him that she found compelling? I just don't know. And she didn't deserve, no matter what, she doesn't deserve what this man did to her. But I can't stop but wonder, what was it that she saw in this caveman that made her compelled to go to his apartment? And like I said, white men make up 82% of American society, males that commit this serial killer type stuff. Let me break this down to you. I know that people that are into divestment talk will say, well, black men are doing this to black women. And right, there are things that happen in households, right, where you get sexually abused, right? These things do happen in all race of people's households. But let me break it down to you. FBI statistics, baby. You see, white men lead in what we call domestic abuse of their women and their family, and they lead in the sexual abuse of their women or women. White men lead at 69.8% when it comes to sexual abuse. And you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the R word. The R word. Black men are at 26.7% in this kind of behavior, and it ain't good. We don't want none of that kind of behavior and anybody to be doing this behavior. But the truth of the matter is, white males have the profile for engaging in this type of crime at a higher number. FBI statistics, I didn't make this up. This is their own shit. They talk about their own people. Aggravated assault. Who leads in aggravated assault? Now, where we have some discrepancies is that when it comes to homicide rates, black men are leading at 51.2%, where white men are at 45.8%. So that's still high. That's still high. We're trailing a little bit ahead of them, but they're doing homicides as well. So I just wanted to bring that out before somebody said, well, you didn't talk about the homicide rates. Aggravated assaults, white men lead at 61.8%, while black men are at 33.2%. FBI statistics.
Tell the truth.
See, nobody's going to break it down to you like this on these YouTube streets. People are just going to talk about it emotionally, but nobody wants to tell you what's the issue. I bring this up because we got to stop demonizing black men. Now, are there some raggedy, are there some musty and dusty and crusty black guys out there that's doing wrong? Yeah, but they don't represent all black men. And you certainly got some rusty and dusty and crusty white dudes and other race of people out here that's treating women bad too. I just told you that they lead 70.8% in arson behavior. And what did he do? He burned her car. He engaged in arson. I told you that serial killers like to pick certain remote locations. That's what he did when he dismembered her. Are you with me? Are you hearing what I'm saying? Let me know in the chat room by putting 7s in the chat room. I won't keep you all night. We're going somewhere here. When it comes to violent crimes, they try to demonize and make black men the face of violent crimes in this society. Violent crimes, white men engage in violent crimes at 59.1%, according to FBI statistics. Black men are at 36.4% when it comes to violent crimes. Now, we shouldn't be engaging in violent crimes. I'm not making excuses for it at all. But black men are not the face of overall crime. We're not the face of overall crime in this country. We may lead when it comes to the homicide rates because we got the black man taking the life of another black man, right? With gun play, weapon play, firearm play. But overall, when you look at the FBI statistics, white males lead in all this sort of stuff where they're attacking and harming women. So before people get on these YouTube streets, whether it be divestors or anybody talking about, well, black men are this and that, why don't you take the time to do some research, dig into these stats about what's going on before you open your mouth and let everybody know that you're not an informed person. Thank you, Earl Owens, for the $10. Let me just do this for you, brother, because I respect you as one of my long-standing mods. Thank you, Brother Earl Owens, for the $10 super chat. I told y'all that I was going to rag it tag tonight. So as a result of you giving me that beautiful super chat, brother, which I definitely appreciate, brother.
Tell the truth.
Thank you for the super chat.
Here comes the super chat music. And you notice I got beautiful black women all over this damn channel on here.
Thank you for the super chat.
Tell them run it off. I wake up. Yeah. I wake up. Flex. I'm down now. Check. No drip. This. Wet. Tell them run it off. No sleep. No rest. Might crash. Might wreck. But first die. Stretch. Tell them run it off. I wake up. Flex. I'm down now. Check. No drip. This. Wet. Tell them run it off. No sleep, no rest. Might crash, might wreck. But first die. Stretch. Tell them run it. 9 out of 10 roll through my hands. I'm by my lonely. Turned to a savage, now my baby wants to hold me. I love my fans, don't need no friends, I got my homies.
I want to do something real quick. There's a sister in the chat room. I got her up here. I pulled her up. To the ladies in the chat room and to the gentlemen, everybody in the chat room, to the men, this sister has a great channel. She gets into a lot of topics, like a lot of the reality shows that you have on TV, the dating shows that surrounds black men and black women. She has a really good program. Give her support. This is I Am the Single One. She said, this is heartbreaking. You're damn right it's heartbreaking, my sister. I appreciate you coming over and supporting the channel tonight. But I want people to go and support your channel too as well. And so to everybody, make sure you write her name down. Go over there, subscribe to her channel, hit the bell notification, as well as everybody else in the chat room. You know how I do it over here. We want people to support people. We got my man Aaron, the real Aaron Collins, that's coming in the house. Jill Chocolate Boutique is in the house. Earl Owens, thanks you again for the super chat, brother. I got another super chat right here. I believe, let me see right here. I think we've got over 50 and Fabulous. Is that over 50 and Fabulous that just came in the house here and gave me a super chat as well? Over 50 and Fabulous. Let me not forget you. Thank you for that super chat that you just gave me.
Thank
Information
you for the super chat.
is power.
And let's give you a little bit of this.
Thank you for the super chat.
Information is power.
Thank you for the super chat.
Tell the truth.
I appreciate that. Let me put this back up here now. We've got Empress Goddesses in the house. Thank you for being here, the real Aaron Collins. Let me megaphone this. And last call is over here. Let me see who else. We got Peggy Roster. I Am the Single One. Make sure you subscribe to her channel. Empress Goddess has a channel as well. We got Maurice Delt in the house. What's going on, my brother? Let me put you up on the board. What's going on, man? Good job. I know you've built your channel up to the 100,000. And you got the little plate that has YouTube sends you the little plate that they send you. Peace to you, and all due respect. You know, your man Trump is in a lot of trouble in that trial in New York. Ooh, boy, I don't know. They got him, and they got him, or they may. I don't know, man. But what's going on? We got Jay, the informant. We got my man, the goon is in the house. What's going on, 06? He says, I studied the stats closely, and our muddled rates are higher between 17 and 24 than decrease at 34. After 34, the white male homicide rates increase. Yeah, they have increased. You're actually right, the goon. They have increased. But out of all the statistics that we have in the FBI statistics, that's the area where the numbers for black men spikes up. Now, we know how this society is. They like to spike the numbers up. But overall, and I've gone over this before, I've debated with people before, overall, white males have had a higher propensity for assaults and violent activities and things that impact women, such as sexual crimes and things of that nature. And I'm saying this because you know as well as I know that on these YouTube streets that you have certain channels that demonize black men as if we're the face of all violent acts towards women. Now, those black men that are engaging in violent acts towards black women, you've got to stop. Now, I'm not advocating that they should be given a pass either. Black men that are doing wrong towards black women in a nasty way, they got to be held accountable too. But we can't have people who step out of their community and then they want to talk crap on people while they're involved with the other race that's also doing harm to them as well and acting like we the only ones doing some harm or have done some harm to them. And then when these guys do this harm, we can look around YouTube and see, Nagoon, you know what I'm talking about, man. We can look around YouTube and see how these same folks that put this kind of content out, they'll never call out these type of guys who are harming them, right? So I just wanted to let y'all know that. Let me play a video. Let me play this video right here. Let me play this video.
33-year-old Maxwell Anderson goes from a person of interest to the man charged with the death of 19-year-old Sade Robinson. It's a gruesome case that started 10 days ago with the discovery of a human leg in Warnemont Park. And we do have team coverage for you this morning. Zoe Chapala learned more about the in-depth investigation by Milwaukee law enforcement. But we'll start with Fox 6's Durante Matthews, who was in court for Anderson's appearance this morning. And Durante, you also spoke to the family of Sade Robinson.
I did, and it was a very, very difficult day for her family, the family of 19-year-old Sade Robinson in court today. Many of them were in tears before walking out of court, and a lot of them were shaking, sitting behind the man who's accused of killing Sade, and that's, as you mentioned, 33-year-old Maxwell Anderson. Now, his charges were read in court today. Now, that includes first-degree intentional homicide, mutilating a corpse, and arson. Now, if convicted, that first-degree intentional homicide charge is enough to land him in prison for the rest of his life. But today in court, his attorney actually tried to get that homicide charge dismissed, saying that there's not enough physical evidence to prove it, but the judge dismissed it. Prosecutors say back on April 1st, on Monday, Anderson and Robinson were going out for a date. They went back to Anderson's home on South 39th Street sometime after 9 o'clock. Prosecutors say it's between that time and 12:45 in the morning that Anderson killed her. They say he then dismembered her body and scattered them at different parts around the county. Police found her leg.
Did you hear that, folks? This monster, this devil, dismembered her and scattered her body parts all over the park. Now, remember I said there was a leg that they found, and then they found a foot. This is a damn complete shame.
Foot and other human remains in different areas last week, and police arrested Anderson on April 6th during a traffic stop. Now, we did speak with Robinson's family. They gave us a brief statement after court.
Sade was more than a person. She was an angel. Not having her right now is very painful. We need justice for Sade. Me and my family will never be okay. My sister and parents won't stop shaking, and it ain't because they're nervous. Imagine trying to bury your niece with no body for the service. I need justice for Sade.
Did you hear what the uncle just said, that you're trying to have a funeral and have a service for your loved one and you don't have a body, and the police are finding, people are finding body parts, or the police have discovered a couple body parts. It's the same thing that I said that Jeffrey Dahmer was doing when he was doing his deeds in Milwaukee. He was dismembering the body parts of the black people that he was victimizing in his apartment. And black people knew there was something weird about him, and they tried to report it to the police, and the Milwaukee police didn't do shit until it was too late. Just want y'all to think about that.
I have nothing more to say.
And prosecutors did say that there are still parts of Sade's body that are still missing. Today, a judge set Anderson's cash bond at $5 million, but his attorney tried to get that lower to $500,000. That was later dismissed. Anderson is due back in court on April 22nd. Live outside of the Milwaukee County Courthouse, Durante Matthews, Fox 6 News.
Durante, I'll throw you one other question, actually.
I want to say
peace to DOD. It's good to have you over here, brother. This is terrible. We got Alicia from Chicago in the house. We got Patty's Kitchen, Garden, and more. Make sure you check out her channel. Once again, I am the single one. Great sister there. Check out her channel. Alicia, all the ladies, definitely, you will appreciate her content over there. Last call. We got Miss Jackson in the house, says, last call. I know there's some, but too many of our men are just gonna go red pill and can't stand us. No, sister, don't say that. Not all black men, you can't base what black men are about by YouTube in terms of because the real world is out there in the streets, right? And we already saw one of the characters from Fresh and Fit that showed you that he doesn't even live up to the red pill principles, because he didn't went out there and got him a escort, an Asian woman that he didn't got on his podcast and said I shouldn't have nutted in her. No. Do not judge black men by those that you see on YouTube who are espousing stuff because they have their own issues. Some of us don't have issues. Matter of fact, most black men who don't have problems with meeting women, getting the attention that they want, and have their shit together, you notice those black men don't do content on YouTube about crying about women. But the reason why I'm doing this content tonight, because I have sat back for a number of years on YouTube where I've seen sisters who have had channels, you know the damn channels, I ain't got to name no names, that have sat back talking shit about black men, talking about deleting black babies. Y'all know the damn channels. And then every time a black woman is deleted by one of these cavemen, y'all don't do no damn video to spot it out. Let's get back to this. And this doesn't, if this doesn't apply to you as a black woman in that chat room or listening, then I'm not talking about you if you're not one of those type. You see where I'm going at with this? Let's go.
If you don't mind, very quickly here, we heard from the uncle there. You could hear the pain and anger in his voice. You also spoke to Sade Robinson's mother. What did she have to say after court?
So she essentially echoed the same sentiments as the uncle did, how she really wants justice for her daughter. Now, she was in a very understandably emotional state, and a lot of the words that she used are not really appropriate for television. But in a sense, she's very angry at Anderson, and more than anything, she just wants to have her daughter back.
See, you probably know what those they're not going to tell you the truth. They're not going to tell you the truth, y'all. You know that she probably has some choice words for the caveman. She probably didn't call him a devil, a white devil, and all the other words that we can use. I'm pretty sure she probably was going, you know what I mean? Yeah, he couldn't say what she said because she probably used some choice words, and I don't have a problem with her using those choice words, given the fact that this monster dismembered her child's body. And God knows what other crimes this man has committed that the police don't know about. Let's get back to it.
Certainly understand the furor there. Durante Matthews covering this in Milwaukee County for us. Thank you very much. Now, while that was playing out in court, law enforcement officials held a press conference in Wauwatosa detailing their investigation, which again began 10 days ago, April 2nd, with the discovery of that leg and also the report that Sade Robinson was missing. And Zoe Chapala joins us now. After hearing from the county sheriff and the police chief, there is so much information and detail in the criminal complaint, yet still this gap towards the end. Zoe, what still don't we know?
Yeah, and I think that that's just the best way to describe it. You know, I was looking at the criminal complaint and I'm like, wow, this is really detailed. They really have all of this information laid out here for us. And then when I got to page 9, because it was about a 10-page criminal complaint, I realized that there are still a lot more questions than answers at this point. I mean, some of the big things that I think we're still wanting to know is a motive. That is something that we asked the Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office, and that's not something that they can answer at this time. Another thing, too.
See, this is the bullshit right here. They're talking about what is the motive for this. We already know what the motive is. The man is a psychopath. The man is sick. He didn't see any value in Miss Robinson's life. For all we know, he probably had hatred for black people, black women. Who knows what he had going on? But we know that he was a sicko. Nobody does this unless they are not a sick individual, that they're not off in the head, that they're not a psychopath.
We know that Sade Robinson and Maxwell Anderson met because they went on their very first date that last Monday night. We don't know how they met. Investigators say that they think that they met at Maxwell's place of work. However, that's not totally confirmed because police are still investigating that. We also know, too, that investigators think that the two met at Anderson's place of work. Again, they say Sade and Maxwell went to the Twisted Fisherman last Monday on their first date, and then to Duke's on the Water, and then back to Anderson's house. They think that Anderson...
This is where she made a bad mistake, going to his house on a first date. Ladies, I'm going to say it again. I don't want to sound preachy, but you just can't go to a person's house on a first date. Come on. You can't. You got some nuts out here. You just can't do that. Not on a first date. It's not an excuse. It still does not it still does not justify what he did to her whatsoever. But we can't be going to people's houses on the first date. A guy that looks, I don't know what she saw in this dude. I really don't.
Drove to Warnemont Park around 3 in the morning where that severed leg was eventually found.
Yes.
Surveillance video shows the car head toward the pump house and a shadowy figure on the beach. And
Yes, it is. Let me, once again, we got a lady 747 in the house. We got Embrace the Villain is in the house. We got the Reigning Woman is in the house. Yes, it is a sad shame. But I'm going to say it again to the ladies on these YouTube streets. Do not demonize, I'm talking about those who do this, not those who don't. Don't demonize black men and say that we are the problem when these Zannies and these white men will take your life just as quick as they would blink at you. And when they take your life, where are all the other white men out there on the streets to give you protection? I'm talking about for those that are into the divestment shit. Because according to FBI statistics, as I read them off again, white men lead in rape, 69.8%. Black men at 26.7%, aggravated assault, white men at 61.8%, aggravated assault, black men at 32.2%. Arson, he arsoned her car and her belongings, right? Probably arsoned some of her body, who knows? They lead in that at 70.8%, black men at 24.7%, that's arson. Violent crimes, 59.1%. Violent crimes, 36.4% black men. And white men have a longer history and higher numbers in domestic abuse towards their family. And I also told you tonight, because the way he killed her was the way a serial killer would take out someone. I already told you that. What is the most common race of serial killers in America? In addition to 82% of American serial killers were white, 15% were black, and 2.5% were Hispanic. Okay, 87% operate alone, lone wolves, while 10% commit their crimes in pairs or in groups. Some commit their crimes in specific geographical locations, which is what he did when they're looking for her like this.
Also show Sade's
like this.
At Warnemont Park from about 3 to 4:30 that following morning. Now, we do have.
Let me show you this video
that the
here.
severed leg belongs to Sade Robinson.
Boom.
But what we
Milwaukee woman. Prosecutors have tried.
They found a severed leg, they found her feet, but let me show you this video because you're gonna see people going out there looking for her. Let me see that right here. That's what I want you to see. See, serial killers, which majority of them are white males in society, they have geographical locations. They're looking on the beach. They're out there looking for her remains.
Just want to warn you.
Grit and determination through grief. Another day of searching for Sade Robinson's remains and searching for closure for her family.
I think everybody's just overwhelmed.
Tracking through water and mud, Robinson's cousin sits in Warnemont Park after searching all day, too exhausted to go on camera.
It's just tiring because we're not getting anywhere. But our family needs peace and we need closure, so I don't want to stop.
A group of about 20.
You see right there, a group
Searching
of about
places
20.
mentioned in the criminal complaint of Robinson's suspected killer, Maxwell Anderson.
So the geographical area of where, as you already know, where she was seen to be with him in that park, in the beach area. There was a park, there was a beach area, and the police are saying that there's more remains that have been scattered around. This is reminiscent of what? Of this man right here, Jeffrey Dahmer's. And I already told you earlier tonight, I went over some breakdowns about Milwaukee. Milwaukee has a problem with how they deal with black people, how they give black people no justice, how they kick out our kids, how they demonize our kids in schools, how they attack, how you have the poverty rates in Milwaukee. Milwaukee is already rated as one of the worst for black people to live. And this is a place that bred individuals like Jeffrey Dahmer, who you see on my screen right there. So at the end of the day, I'm going to say this again. For those black women who preach the divestment stuff, that they demonize, they say black men are this and this and that, you actually are running over to white males who may potentially could be just like that white male that killed Miss Robinson. Potentially, because the FBI statistics don't lie about it. So you can't put black men in a bag and say we're all this just because you got maybe some black men on YouTube who usually, this is the thing that always kills me. Why worry about people who hide behind avatars, never show themselves to you, and they talk a lot of shit, but they never show themselves to you? Maybe because they're not really that good looking. And if you saw how ugly they were, you wouldn't pay them no mind. And see, the men who don't engage in this sort of stuff are men who don't have problems with getting women. They just simply don't deal with the women that they don't want. They don't try to go for the women that they don't want. So therefore, they have no reason to talk about black women or any women in a negative way, other than just the basic things that we all will deal with in relationships. But I'm going to say it again. I want to see how many of the female creators who are into this divestment movement are going to make a video calling the Chad out, calling this guy out who just dismembered the body of a black woman. Because if he was a black man, I'm going to say this again. I know some people may not like my broadcast tonight because, you know, I'm getting into an area that's very sensitive. But if he was a black man, you know damn well that y'all would be ready. Y'all be making videos all over YouTube talking about, look at this black man that dismembered the body of a black woman. Y'all be making videos and memes about it. And y'all have panel talks about it and the whole 9 yards all over these YouTube. I'm going to say it again, all over these YouTube streets.
Tell the truth.
And you know I'm telling the damn truth.
Tell the truth.
Information is power.
JJ, the enlightened one, says this is insane and crazy. Yes, it's insane and crazy. Humble Melanated says it's true. JJ Enlightened one says this is insane. Yeah, it's insane and crazy. BT Killer says, does anybody know the reason? I'm sure. Look. I'm sure at some point in time they're gonna give a press conference. But all you need to know is for any person to dismember someone's body and do what he did to her the first time he met her, this is a dude that was already on one. This is a dude that's probably a psychopath, meaning a psychopath has no empathy, no sympathy, no nothing. He to me, he has the similar profile to this man right here, a psychopath himself, to do what he did to her, Jeffrey Dahmer's. Okay? Dismembering the bodies of black people. Harming black people. That's what Jeffrey Dahmer did. He harmed black people, like you see on this screen, and he harmed black men. And this man harmed a black woman. Now, whether she dated him because she was attracted to him, or maybe she was through with black. I don't know. We don't know those details. But this should be a warning that you can be harmed by anybody. The white man's ice on the dating side ain't no damn better. The grass is not always greener on the other side, because anybody can do harm to you. You can't just demonize one. It was wrong what happened to her. I'm going to say it here. I shouldn't probably say this, but I think the man should get the death penalty. I don't know what the law, I don't know if they don't have death penalty. And somebody put in the chat room, look it up real quick for me. I should have probably looked that up tonight. If they have the death penalty in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, which is the state. But he should get it. This man should never be given any bail to get out of jail while he awaits trial. He should stay in the damn prison system or the jail there before he gets sentenced to go to prison until his trial. He should not be allowed to walk any streets of Milwaukee. And I'm going to tell you right now, because of the kind of work that I do, they're going to have to put him in protective custody, because if they put him in a prison, whenever he goes to prison, there's going to be a lot of guys in prison that's going to want to get their hands on him.
Tell the truth.
I know this because I deal with these type of guys for a living. So I know how it works better than anybody on these YouTube streets. I deal with gang members. I have dealt with the psychopaths, the serial killers. Oh, yeah. And nobody tell me how these guys operate, because I deal with them. I understand the white supremacists. A lot of people get on these YouTube streets and they talk and hide behind avatars and talk about white supremacy. I deal with white supremacists in their face. I know how they think. I know their repertoire. When you work in an environment where you deal with criminals, you learn a lot of shit that most people never learn, never pick up on. I'm not flossing anything like that. I'm just telling you, I don't need to know the reason why. All I need to know is that he took her life. And that's all I need to know, because that tells me that he's sick in the head in the way what he did to her. And that he probably, and to do that means he probably already had plans to do something, you see. Now, I wonder if he came on to her and she didn't want to take it that far, and if that's the reason why, you know, those sort of things. He's on a date with her. She goes over to his house. Maybe he thought he was going to, get lucky sexually. Maybe that's probably spirited on. I don't know. Because I think that was a big mistake, going to this monster's house, let alone meeting him for a date. Kevin says, in a minute you may disappear. Shit. Jill's Chocolate Boutique says it was premeditated. That's right. Alicia says, right, it's a damn shame. That's right, it's a damn shame.
Tell the truth.
Welcome on. The elder there put that white boy in protective custody for his whole, yeah, they probably will. I know how that works, man. They're going to have to, because there's no way he going to be able to, once it gets out on the yard, out in the prison system, what type of crime he did, you're going to have, because there's some guys in prison who do not like guys who do crimes where they harm women like this. And then, of course, you got the black inmates who probably ain't going to feel too cool about what he did to a black young lady. You see? They're going to want to touch him up a little bit too, potentially. Last call says, you're being reckless and you're being given another chance. Use it wisely. Yeah, if anybody's who's being reckless, check this out in the chat room. Come on, let's have intelligent conversation. Let's not start saying personal shots at people. Don't do that. Over here, I don't run that type of chat room. We keep it clean over here. Now, you have the right to express yourself, say what's on your mind, but just don't get personal and start saying personal things at people and all that kind of stuff. We don't need that. Because at the end of the day, this woman's family is in pain. They don't have a body to give a ceremony for. This whole thing is a shame. I'm outraged by it. Thank you. Yeah, thank you. We don't play that game over here. Shit. Everybody's entitled to their opinions, not their own facts, but you all are entitled to say what you got to say. But just, let's keep it, polite and all that good stuff. And keep it on topic. See, if you keep it on topic, then there's no problems, you see. Let me see what, especially sisters that put their date white men online social media sites that would make them easy prey for cake. Yeah, I mean, look, man, there's a lot of things that can happen when you put yourself out there like that. Dating is scary enough. What's going on? Monique Hill saying, hey to Aaron. Hey, Monique Hill, thank you for coming over. Make sure y'all share this video on all your social media and your community tabs and what have you. I really appreciate everybody tonight. I'm giving you a clap, everybody. Make sure you write people's names down, subscribe to channels and what have you. We got some great people over here. Nagoon, my brother right here, he says, Kevin's in a minute you may disappear. So somebody is, somebody's going to disappear if they acting up in that chat room. Mod, y'all know what to do, man. If you're dealing with somebody that's being goofy up in there, you know what to do. I appreciate all of y'all. Let me see. Reigning Woman says this. Yes, thank you all as well. Yeah, thank you. Everybody in here everybody should be able to express themselves appropriately, of course, as adults. You were being, okay, I've already read those. And then when we put Monique Hill back up here, she says, I shared, thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate everybody. You guys are probably tripping like, hey, what is Info doing on during the week like this? Hey, I had to do it because I was looking at Red Supreme's video today. I went over there and chopped it up with him for a minute. And I said, I got to talk about this because I didn't know about this at first, and I was outraged at the whole story. I mean, I was really outraged by this whole situation. Let me play up maybe just a little bit more about this. This is really outrageous. Here we go.
Accused of scattering her body parts across Milwaukee County.
Damn.
The search party spent most of Saturday looking here in Warnemont Park. People we spoke to say they came out to help search to try to bring peace to Robinson's family.
It was really hard terrain, and you kind of have to be a mad.
So you got the one white dude out there who I guess was a friend of hers or someone that she worked with or knew her. But the majority of the people that was out there searching looked just like her. But let's hear what he's saying. I mean, I think the time that he took to come out there and search, hey, more power to him for doing that, right? Because they only had, I think, what was it, 20 people out there? See, this is the thing. They only had 20 people searching out there. I think 20. They didn't have the whole damn community. Let's hear this.
Do it well.
This is Robinson's friend Josh.
Okay, she's friends with him.
To do that, I owed that to her.
The pair met at Pizza Shuttle, where Robinson worked.
She was gorgeous, and her smile could brighten anyone's day, and she just had that personality where she could cheer you up.
The group is still learning how to organize a widespread search party, and they're doing it with little help.
I've never been part of a search or anything like this before.
People want to get on the water because obviously she might be in the water and we don't have the resources.
In Warnemont Park, Emily Pofall, WISN 12 News.
The Milwaukee County Sheriff's Office telling
you hear that? You hear that? She said that they only had maybe 20 people or so out there. She says that they don't have the resources to get in the water because they believe maybe her body, some of her body parts may be, this is a damn shame, her body parts. This man mutilated her body, that it may be in the water in the ocean there, but they don't have enough people helping. You see? You see what I'm saying? When white women go missing in America, blonde, blue-eyed white women go missing, everybody and their mama will be out there searching. The media will get involved. All the damn law enforcement. Where's all the law enforcement in the state of Wisconsin and the city of Milwaukee? Where's all more of the law enforcement to be out there helping those people do more searching? Where are they at? You didn't see them in that video. I hope that they are getting out there. But when black women go missing and something happens to black women or black people in general, to the divestors out there, the very ones that you divesting to, they not going out their way to find your ass. Where's all the Zannies that you divestors brag about being the better men than us? Where they at? You had the one white dude that was out there because he was friends with her. But where was the rest of them? Where is all the resources of the white males in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, to find all of her? A state in a city that's the worst place for black people to live in America. One of the worst, if not the worst, according to stats. I'm going to read this to you again. Check this out. Based on a study in Ohio State University, more than 546,000 people were reported missing in 2022. That's just people, including more than 271,000 women. So out of 271,000 women who went missing in the United States, according to the data, out of that, nearly 98,000, because it was at 97 and then it bumped up as I found another study, 98,000 of those cases were black women and girls. And I did a video on this channel. You can look at my archives where I specifically focused on black women going missing, as well as black children and black men. When we go missing, nobody gives a damn about us either. There's no resources. She just said on that video, we don't have any resources. Why is it that the state or the city of Milwaukee is not giving them full resources to help get scuba divers in there to find? You see what I'm saying? When Gabby Patil got deleted by her boyfriend, Laundry, man, you heard about this story every day. They were getting all kind of resources to try to find her. Tell me I'm lying. So to my black women out there, these Chads don't care about you either. They not out there looking for you when you go missing. They don't care about you. So for those of you who do this on YouTube, while you talking about you gonna get you a chat, these Chads, they don't care. How y'all feel about what I'm saying tonight? This is not my usual repertoire, but I had to speak on this. Let's see. Simone B says, have you seen Lake Michigan? No, I have not, sister. Tell us about that. She said, have you seen Lake Michigan? Tell us about the significance of that, sister. And we got my man, Real Aaron Collins says, me too, JJ. Let me see. Yep, we got D. I appreciate y'all coming over tonight. I really do. We got D-Dub Gaming Plus. Information Man, what's up, brother? Sorry I'm late. Hey, it's okay, brother. I'm glad that you came over. I'm glad that you're listening. I'll give you a clap. Let me see who put this here. We got Followers of Christ. Now you got that right. Wisconsin is one of the worst places to live for black people. Yes. I just do I have to, because I know they got some new people that came in here. I'm just going to read this off. Just y'all got to bear with me because new people came in and they might have missed when I said this. They did a UCLA, they did a study, K through 12. Wisconsin suspends black high school students at a higher rate than anywhere else in the country, and is the second highest disparity in suspension rates between whites and black students. Milwaukee State, biggest city, suspends black high school students at the rate nearly double the national average. That's a damn shame. While many Rust Belt cities, Chicago, Detroit, Cleveland, etc., have similar history, black people struggling in Milwaukee has some of the same problems, but not the same profile, mainly because it isn't well known for its large black population at all, but blacks make up 40% of the city, and for many who grew up there, None of this data is surprising. Milwaukee is a vibrant city known for its breweries and ethnic festivals and can be a great place to live, but not for black people. Unless you're black, statistically, it is one of the worst places in the country for black Americans to reside. It's a breakdown of how, and I talked about, if you want to see this article, this is what I'm going to do. So y'all know that I'm not just up here spitting whistle at you. Let's put this in the chat room. Let's put the article so y'all can read it for yourselves and know that I'm not making up nothing tonight. Okay, this is from NPR. NPR is the one behind this. Okay, there it is. I'm putting it in there so it can be known, right? For everybody to check out. We got the Queen, Shug, who came in the house. She says, damn, he's a identical of my next door neighbor. Even the head and the facial hair color, exactly this. Hey, look, you never know what your neighbors are doing. You just never know, folks. Okay. I mean, this shit is crazy. It's like, man, it's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's crazy, y'all. Woo, boy. Last call's in the house. JJ, let me see who else we got up here. Carly Russell. Carly Russell. Now, look. Carly Russell is one, to me, she's an anomaly. That's one black young lady who lied about being missing. But the majority of black women, when they go missing, they really missing. The problem with Carly Russell is that she made it bad for those black women who really are going missing. So what she did, and you know how it works in this country, when one does something that looks bad on us, it affects us. It really does. What she did really did not help the cause for black women who legitimately go missing, and there's no resources to help find them. You see, so she's one that we can't invite her to the barbecue, y'all. We can't invite her to the barbecue no more.
Tell the truth.
Obviously, she's got some mental health problems going on, and hopefully she's getting help. And hopefully she will learn from this experience and turn and make a improvement for the better. I'm not saying that she should not be able to live her life and make improvement because she's a young lady. Hopefully she will come out of this for the best. But right now, she's not good for the cause right now, given what she recently did. And y'all know this already. Everybody, I'm going to have to call it a night with the show. I appreciate you all for coming over. Let me see. We've got the Empress Goddess Spiritual Tech. She says, just out of the shower, still here. All right. Hey, everybody have a good night. I'll see you soon. Hopefully, I'll be broadcasting this upcoming Sunday. Make sure y'all share this video, share the video in your social media, your Facebook, your Twitter, your X, whatever we call it now. Share it with friends. Share it in whatever social media you use. If you're a content creator, drop it in your community tab because I really appreciate that again. With that said, everybody, here we go. Peace. Take care, everybody. I appreciate you all. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you subscribe, everybody. I appreciate you being here tonight. This has been a great audience tonight. Unfortunate circumstances. Very unfortunate circumstances, everybody. Tell the truth. All right, we got Peggy Roster in the house. We got Brown Girl Bella in the house. The B Lady. Make sure y'all watch this video because I'm coming to a conclusion now. You hear the music. The B Lady's in the house. Fierce for Reading is in the house, y'all. Yeah. Peace.
said you want a bad one. Feels like the first time.
Listening to the Information Man show tonight.
Throw away all my pride. Don't wanna say I love you first, but holding it in just might make me burst. Love in the open, daydreaming, hoping, melting in harmony with words, whispering winds bring the remembrance.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is very important that I play this before I end tonight's show, because this brother is the real deal. That's George Makem of the Urban Nerds Worldwide organization. He is working with youth. He is working with young men. This is really what it's all about, okay? Getting out there, working with the youth, mentoring them, getting them involved in STEM, science, whole 9 yard. George Makem is in Philadelphia. He's known within the Black conscious community, and he's doing a damn good job. He wants to spread Urban Nerds Worldwide to other places in the country, because working with Black young men in particular is very important. So with that said, let's hear from my man, George Makem.
I'm here in the hood in Southwest Philadelphia, man. We out here trying to save life, save souls. We're trying to change the mindset of the youth. We say urban nerds, not urban shooters. We say death to the real niggas. We're not talking about killing any niggas. We talking about killing that nigga mind, consciousness in the minds. We say, we lift up our hoodies and we say nerds over niggas, right? We want to bring Black intelligence back to the community, man. We want to raise up our young boys and teach them that they can be something other than being a so-called nigga, man. We want to change the mindset of the youth, man. In every city across America, man, urban nerds is coming, man. A lot of our kids, they jump off the porch early, man. They jump off the porch. These young Black boys, they jumping off the porch into an unforgiving world, man. An unforgiving world. And a lot of them is not mentally ready for this culture, this deaf culture that we celebrate, the community that we come from. So we created Urban Nerds to save souls, to save lives, man. And we teach young Black boys to go out and start saving the lives of young kids at their age. We want to be a light in a dark room. We want to be a clean glass next to a dirty glass, man. So look for Urban Nerds coming to a city near you. Peace.
Butterflies flapping in me. Don't stop what you're doing. Yeah. What you doing to me?
Tell the truth.